Hello, this is Mike G from Earth PT. Today we're going to put together some mobility exercises with some of our core or lumbopelvic strengthening exercises. But to begin, let's just start off with some basic rotations down on the ground to get some warm-ups and get loosened up. Here you lie down on your back, placing your knees and your ankles together. We'll let them fall down to the side. We'll take about 5 breaths in this position. Again, working on diaphragmatic breathing or breathing in through your abdominals. Having your abdominals rise with every inhalation and fall with each exhalation. If you want a little more stretch with this one, you could put your leg out, your top leg out, and hold with the arm on that side and give it a little bit of what we call overpressure. When you're ready, we'll move over to the other side. Again, we'll try about 3 to 5 breaths here. And with that little bit of extra stretch in, I'm going to put a little overpressure. I'll feel that stretch along the outside part of my leg and the hip. By the way, we're coming to you from Kanawha State Forest today in Charleston, West Virginia. If you wanted a little extra stretch on this one, you could take the bottom leg or the bottom arm and grab the bottom leg, and you can stretch your quadriceps at the same time. We're going to finish with that one. We'll come back to the middle. We're going to roll over and come up to a quadruped position. And here we're going to do our cats and cows. So I'm going to breathe in, open up the chest, and then breathe out. And really arch the back up. Pushing up through the ground with the hands. Breathe in. The chest opens up. And breathe out. Arch the back up. We'll breathe in. And breathe out. Go through this one more time. Next kind of mobility exercise that we're going to do is going to be the child's pose. So the child's pose, we're going to put the hands just a little bit in front of you. I'm going to spread the legs a little bit, and we're going to sit back on the heels. And we're going to take a few breaths here, working on the abdominal breathing, which helps to calm our nervous system and get us into a more relaxed state. This pose initially you may not be able to get into. Some people it's really easy to get into, others it's difficult. You're trying to get your kind of glutes or butt area to touch your heels, pushing through the ground to get there. You really should feel a stretch in that lower back. And if you want to stretch one side or the other, all you do is take the arms and move it to one side and then fall down to the opposite. You're going to feel this stretch in your lats and along the lower part of the opposite side of your hands on your back. I'm going to go ahead and do the other side. I'm going to come back up to quadruped. And here we're going to do what's called thread the needle. So with a deep inhalation, I'm going to bring one arm up. I'm reaching up towards the sky, pushing up through the ground. On an exhale, I'm going to bring that on through. And try to work on stretching out that rotation in the thoracic and lumbar spine. But also you're going to feel it in your shoulders, around your scapula or wing bone. You can maintain whatever position you want here. Some people like to bind like this. Me, I like to push from the ground. It gives me a little more stretch. About 5 breaths. I'm going to come back up to the quadruped or tabletop position. I'm going to take a deep inhalation. Rotate up, and then exhale, fall off on the opposite side, stretching out the opposite shoulder and the rotation and the thoracic spine. And you'll feel this in your lumbar spine. I'll come back up to quadruped, and here I'm going to get myself down to the ground, and I'm going to move into cobra, coming up here, or you can be at pyramid or sphinx. So with sphinx, you just have your elbows down to the ground, your pelvis is flat, you're getting a stretch of the hip flexors, and you're getting a stretch of the anterior portion of the spine. This is a position you could easily do at home or anywhere when your back is sore. Here, I'm just going to hold this for about 5 breaths. If you wanted to be in cobra, you would just come up more, get a little bit more of a stretch. I sometimes like to wiggle back and forth just to get different parts of my back stretching. I'm going to come back down. I'm going to push up the tabletop. And here we're going to go ahead and start some of our strengthening exercises. So some strengthening today, we're going to do from a quadruped position. We're going to do an alternating arm and leg extension and flexion. What I mean by that is we'll take a deep breath in. One arm goes up, leg goes back. And the exhale, the elbow and the knee will touch. Inhale, up. Exhale, elbow and knee touch. Inhale. Exhale, elbow and knee touch. Inhale. Exhale, elbow and knee touch. Do one more time. Inhale. Today we're just trying to put together this routine to give you a short mobility and strength program. These aren't meant to be very long. We'll do some of those later, but right now we're trying to make this between 10 and 15 minutes, hopefully around 10. Now we're going to do the other side. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. And inhale. and exhale. One more time, inhale, and exhale. Next position we're going to move to, we're going to transition to another mobility exercise that will go into a strengthening exercise. With this exercise, we're going to half kneel, bring one leg out. All we're going to do is reach over to the side, trying to stretch out kind of your obliques. Every exhalation, trying to get a little deeper into it. You're also going to be stretching out your adductor muscles in your leg. Come back up. We're going to move to the other side. Take an inhale, and then exhale. And inhale. And then exhale. And inhale. And exhale. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. And we're going to come back down. Let's reposition ourselves. Again, I'm on acorns and things here. And we're going to go into a half kneeling leg extension here. This is going to work on your glutes, work on some of that lumbopelvic stability. You're trying to bring that leg up, pushing up through the ground with the shoulder. This is a little more difficult than it seems. You can feel it in your glutes right away. Now we'll transition to the other side. We're going to inhale, bring the leg up, and press up to the ground with the shoulder, reaching up to the sky. Coming back down to our kneeling position. To do one more kind of side stabilization piece. Let me show you this. Here we're going to go into a side plank. Here you can be with your foot down or your foot all the way out. I like to move with this. So I'm breathing in, breathe out, dive underneath, breathe in. And then out, and in, and out. If you need to, you can even be in this position to get you started. Transitioning to here, and all the way to here. There's more advanced ones that I don't even do right now. So we'll show you those later. So we're doing one side, we'll do on the other. Breathing in. And then out. And in. And out. And in. And out. And in. And out. We'll come back down to quadruped. Here we're going to go ahead and plant the toes and get ready to go into downward dog. So with downward dog, plant our toes, come up to here. Our first time, we'll do from the side here so you can see We're going to be a little bit tight. So I pedal back and forth, pressing up through the ground with my hands. The next position we're going to go to is we're going to transition. We're going to go to three-legged dog. So I'm going to bring my right leg back. I'm going to hold it here, or you can open it off to the side. Just a few breaths. On the next exhalation, I'm going to bring that foot way up in front. What I want to do here is move it out to the side a little bit. And here I'm getting a nice hip stretch in. You can stay here in this position, a scorpion, or you can move yourself down to the ground, depending upon your current abilities. Just do what is best for you. Don't make your body hurt. Next, I'm going to come back up. I'm going to start to move my foot, just wiggle it over where it's on the opposite side. Here, I'm going to drop the knee down, and we're into pigeon. Pigeon, you can stay up here. You can move down here. If you wanted to, you could reach back and start to stretch your quads a little bit if you're capable. All of these can lead to harder positions or more difficult positions that we'll color in the future. For right now, we just want to get this hip stretched out here, your rotators, which will also make your back feel better. When we're finished with that, we'll come back up. We'll let the leg rotate out. We'll come back down into quadruped again. Here we're going to move into downward dog. We'll stretch this out a little more. We'll move into three-legged dog. The next exhalation, we'll bring that leg way up to the front. We'll move it out to the side a little bit. And here we're going to drop down into the scorpion. Now again, you're going to notice that one side is going to be more tight than the other usually. This side is a little tighter for me, so I'm going to kind of hang out in this position. And after a few breaths, try to move down onto the ground. And when you're ready, come back up. We're going to move your leg over to the other side. And we're going to sit down, planting the knee on the ground, going into pigeon again. I'm going to get a nice stretch on your rotators. I'm going to go ahead and incorporate a little bit of quad stretching here. When you're finished, we'll press yourself up. The leg will rotate around. Here we're going to plant our toes into the ground. We'll move into downward dog. Slowly walk the feet towards the hands and roll up one vertebrae at a time. your mountain position. And for today, that's all we're going to do. It's just a quick routine that incorporates mobility and strength for your entire body. So I know I feel a lot looser and better right now. So again, this is Mike G from Earth PT, coming to you from Kanawha State Forest in Charleston, West Virginia.